Hello everybody, this is Conquering History Games and welcome back to another Kaiserreich Progress Report. Today we're looking at Progress Report number 64, really big one. We've already looked at what the new Combined Syndicates of America is going to look like. Now we're going to be looking at what the new American Union state is going to be looking like when the American Civil War breaks out. So, it's 1937, or perhaps September 1936, depending on which path you go down. Huey Long has risen up. He has declared the United States a dead nation, and there's a full-blown civil war going on. So now, first, of course, we have to look at our military tree. So there is the Fight for America going down into various branches here of a tree. However, there does not seem to be any mutually exclusive paths, so that's telling me that there's probably not going to be anything that specifically is endorsing one or more of the land doctrines. So I think that's really nice because, shoot, it's been a little while since I played the American Union State. Actually, the American Union State was the first Kaiserreich campaign I ever had on the channel. But I believe that you could only choose between mobile warfare and grand battle plan before. It had the least amount of variety. But there's all sorts of stuff here now: military research, military industry, rousing the people, bonus bills. I'm wondering if some of this is actually recruitable population stuff. The Women's Land Army probably is, which is a little strange, though, to see that in the AUS. Over here we've got our Air Force tree. Expanding the WASPs. That's kind of funny if you go the Pelly route, WASPs. But you got air support and air supremacy. That seems to be the main difference. So basically, do you want more fighters or do you want more bombers? Anti-air development, I don't know if that means that it's better fighters. It's probably some better anti-tank stuff, anti-air stuff that you can get a research bonus for. I'm noticing a lot of these focus trees that are coming up, they seem to be giving more bonuses to anti-air equipment, so that's kind of interesting. And then the paratroopers are here, Screaming Eagles. And then you've got your Navy, which looks pretty straightforward, although this is a little bit interesting. Urban warfare training. This presumably is going to give your Marines, since it's right underneath the expansion of the Marine Corps, additional bonuses when they're fighting in urban areas, which is a really cool bonus. I don't think I've ever seen in any mod a bonus to urban combat, at least not off the top of my head. So I really like that. So that's going to be the Civil War. You're going to have to fight your way through it, and afterwards you need to choose between three types of government. Are you going to be an authoritarian democracy under Long, so he's not going to be a paternal autocrat anymore? Are you going to be an oligarchy come republic, or a full-blown tyranny? Let's take a look at Huey Long's branch first. You have the new Washington. He's basically creating a new nation as far as he's concerned. Some interesting stuff here: education for the masses, expanding of the Minutemen, destroying the Klan, as well as election monitoring, because there are going to be elections in this new American Union state, and you can vote for anybody you want, be it Huey Long or Huey Long. And it'll eventually lead to the perfect democracy. Although the game does say, not the game, the progress report does say that there is going to be decisions as far as who is going to be working under Huey Long. So you're at least going to be able to choose your ministers or something like that. Maybe in sets, or maybe just individually. Now, alternatively, you have this business plot, which is a potential coup between the corporations. So this is the full-blown corporatist stuff with a certain general, and I think that this is meant to reference the so-called business plot that Smedley Butler talked about. Smedley Butler's the officer that could be one of your field marshals if you play as the CSA. Presumably that's still going to be there in 0.8. So this is a specific general, though, who's going to be trying to take over the country, and it's General Mose. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I could handle it. I wasn't ready. Okay. So, General here is going to be able to do a business plot and overthrow the government. So I'm seeing Fordism here, so Henry Ford is going to be involved in this. The FBI, Hoover is going to be a very important part of this sort of administration. There's the COINTELPRO over here, the Black Chambers controlling the Boy Scouts. Very almost a military junta, but with corporatist elements here. Purging of Dissidents. So instead of purging the Klan, you're purging dissidents, and this eventually will lead to a republic without a democracy. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is going to be the paternal autocrat path. However, there is a third and darker path yet. Well, because it kind of depends on how you look at things. But there is yet another path that could be taken. The Mine Eyes have seen the glory. This is going to be Peli and his Knight of the Long Knives being pulled off. Incidentally, the business plot, the progress report says that there will be a series of decisions that can lead to the business plot going off, which is going to happen when Huey Long just mysteriously disappears one day after dinner. But Jim Peli's America is going to be much more violent. It's going to be a Knight of the Long Knives situation, and he's going to reshape the country into his vision of this Jim Crow, religiously minded, very Christian nation. So you've got these Christian commonwealths, the Silver Legion. You're going to absorb the Klan. You're going to have people informing on each other's neighbors and stuff like that. White Citizens Council, Christian work ethic, white welfare. So I guess just welfare for the white people. It's like, maybe we'll find people of different colors to do the work so that the white people can be okay. Probably something like that. You see segregation forever. He's going to pull Jim Crow and segregation out of the South, and it's going to be coast to coast. And eventually he'll create the Commonwealth of America, and then this is presumably going to be their flag. Also, I'm noticing that the capital is in New Orleans. I don't know if that's the only place it could be. Maybe you can move it back to Washington, D.C. Maybe it could be Atlanta. I don't know. Now, no matter which path you take, you do have to rebuild the country after the American Civil War, either going down the National Recovery Administration, which is more focused on relief, and then there's the military-industrial complex, which is more corporate-minded and more about giving people jobs by giving them a gun and throwing them in the military. So the report says that Huey Long must go down National Recovery Administration, so this is like the Civilian Conservation Corps over here, rural electrification, very New Deal stuff. The military-industrial complex is mandatory if you go with Mosley. Peli is going to be able to choose between the two. There's also going to be decisions to make, so they're not in the focus tree, but there will be decisions regarding rebellions within the country, as well as any breakaway states. So that's why we're not really seeing a focus that says, take back New England, take the Pacific states, things like that. It's they're going to be implemented in the decision tree. Finally, there is the New Monroe Doctrine, so you can only take this after you've established who's the actual leader of the country. And it goes into two directions. Now, according to the report, it seems that Huey Long has to do the League of American States, where he's going to be more isolated, although it does say here, destroy syndicalism. I don't know if that means just attacking Mexico or something. Who knows? And, looking for allies, it's tough to say. But Mosley and Peli can go abroad for the American Abroad Corps. It says pick a side. Now this is presumably going to give you a pop-up because I'm not seeing any branches down here. No matter who you fight, it seems that you're going to be going after the Commune of France and the Third International. Not who you fight, no matter who you line up with. And the report says that you could potentially line up with Germany, the Entente, or Russia. Now that sounds pretty interesting to me, just a United States-Russia faction that could pretty much take on... That's a very, very, very powerful faction that could be created. Anyway, that is Progress Report 64, the American Union State, or perhaps Commonwealth of America. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm very excited for 0.8. I've been waiting for, it feels like ages, to get these new America reworks. So anyway, I'm Conquering History Games. Please be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you're always notified whenever a video like this goes up. And if you like this work that I do, feel free to support me on Patreon. The link is in the description below, and have yourselves a great day. Bye.